184 pounds. Taylor Venz, an All-American 2 years ago, had a great tournament when he finished 4th, 9-4 this season. And he'll battle Colt Doyle, a junior with a record of 4-2 for Oregon State.
Now, Taylor Venz, a young man that a couple of years ago had a fantastic NCAA tournament. He jumps into a double leg. Try to put that right leg in. Good job there by Doyle, fighting off to get to a neutral position. But this is a young man that finished 4th in the country, shocked a lot of people through the consolation rounds.
Venz last year 4th at the Big Tens as well.
And so far, there you go. Doyle stepping back over that ankle pick. Now he's almost into a Kamara position right there with that arm bar.
Still neutral.
Holding it up, trying to come out the backside. He has
Still neutral.
Lost it there. Now he's going to go ahead and shelf that leg. See, as he's shelfing that leg, he's get a good look at the back heel. There up against his hip. He's going to come back to the middle of the mat. Feels comfortable. He can get it done with the real estate.
Good awareness there.
Yeah, so he's now grabbed the wrist, sits him down. Boy, Doyle is he's been 90% taken down all throughout this match. Now he's coming back in on a roll through.
Venz has a cradle locked down.
Trap the bottom leg, Shane, right here like this. If he can settle back and get elbow deep, this will be a fall.
Venz looking for a stick here at 184.
Bottom leg cradle, you see a lot there. He slips out of it there. Doyle battling here hard in the first period, just stay off his back. He gets the 4 points, 4 swipes right there.
4 near fall rep.
Big lead for Venz.
That 4-point near fall. You can add the points up in a hurry. 6-0 for Venz. Is a 2-on-1 on that right side. Venz really tough in the top position. 5 pins already this season. Coming off a 5th place finish in Vegas. Mixed results. He's ranked 5th in the country, 9-4, a little bit of a slow start. And for him, it's just having that self-belief because he's really good, can go with anybody in the country.
Well, you know, and the other thing, too, his matches, he gets really aggressive in the top position, and he tends to give up a lot of reversals, and he doesn't really necessarily, at this point in the season, wrestling with a lot of awareness about time and score. But, you know, that all can be adjusted later on. What you like about Taylor Venz is his pace.
Looking for a
One
tilt.
rep.
Good job, nice and tight.
2-1 counts, 2-1. 1.
He's just getting the 1 count so far. Needs 2 to get the back points. Doyle battling, trying to come out the back door now.
Good little scramble here. Venz head high. Takes riding time over 1.5 minutes. Inside of 20 seconds in this period.
He's got the cradle locked up again.
Now, if they say time on the clock, time to score.
Yeah, short time here. Not enough time to bump him down to that right hip. He can get Doyle on his right hip. It's easier to turn him. But nice job by Doyle. Yeah, take a look at this bottom leg cradle here. You see a lot of college wrestlers get pinned in these bottom leg cradles. They're just so tough to get out of. And he's down there, not able to quite settle back. Good job by Doyle getting out of that technique. A lot of guys get stuck right there.
Doyle out of San Diego, California, wrestled at Poway High School. Reno Tournament of Champions runner-up. Lost to Tate Samuelson in sudden victory, 3-1 of Wyoming.
Keep it legal.
Yeah, and you can just tell he's kind of freaky and likes to, you know, roll around a little bit. He's got caught a few times here. But you saw how effective he was staying out of those takedown attempts by Venz, and now he's putting a pretty decent ride on Venz.
As that wrist, Venz down on his knees, and shoe tops down.
See how he's shelving that right elbow of Venz is up on his hip, and he's using that to drive him over, almost like you would with an arm bar.
Doyle last year was 16-10 down at 174. He was 3rd at that weight class at the Pac-12 championships, now bumping up to 184.
Build your head up. Build your head up. Where are we going?
Stalemate.
Stalemate.
Yeah. Good call there. Either guy was really advancing their position.
Is that red? Cover green?
You know, sometimes, Shane, you're trying to get back into matches. I mean, you're not scoring any points here from the top position, but as long as you can just stay tough and compete, you never know when an opening may come up. And Venz is pretty aggressive there. There you go. A lot of reversals in his matches. Realize that, and he just
I've always made the joke that if it was Venz and Emery Parker, who was at Illinois, they had some crazy matches the past couple of years. I believe Emery now coaching at Northwestern with Matt Storniolo.
Well, that's a program that you could point to right now that's really stepped it up a few notches and really looking good team-wise from where they were 4 or 5 years ago. Northwestern on the mend.
A couple of hammers in Sebastian Rivera and Ryan Deacon. 8-0 Venz as the final seconds tick away in the second period.
Let's take a look at this reversal here that Venz was able to accomplish there with the crab ride. See the crab ride there by Doyle. So he got elbows in, and then he gets a little hip separation and makes that turn. You know, that's so important when you're wrestling at the college level to keep your elbows in, wrist out. You don't want to get your wrist captured. Create a little bit of hip separation, and he felt the turn.
Taylor Venz, a guy getting it done in the classroom as well. Two-time academic All-Big Ten, multiple-time Nebraska Scholar Athlete honor roll. Tom Osborne citizenship team as well. Tomorrow, the only place to see the nation's new #1 team, Kansas, as they face 18th-ranked Villanova, is on Fox. It's a game we usually see come tourney time, but not the case. The action tips off at 11:30 a.m. only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. That'll be a great game.
Third period, guys.
Powerhouses.
Sit. Cover rib. Tip.
Taking a look at Venz here. His mat returns pretty solid.
Those little things that mean so much, especially come March. Yeah, conference tournaments, national tournament, want to win those big matches. You got to be able to ride a guy, keep him down. Returns.
Well, talk about returns. It's so important because here's now he's with that mat return, he's able to lock up, and his aggressiveness kind of giving Doyle an opportunity to come out. But all of Venz's matches are like this. There's like everybody's either reversing him or he's reversing the other guy.
Still have red.
Got off to a pretty good lead, so it's not really as big of an issue here for him. I think that's just aggressiveness, trying to take his guy to his back.
He had a match against Zahid Valencia of Arizona State, two-time national champion, fell 8-7, but was in position to win that match, but Valencia found a way to get it done.
Not mistaken, he took Valencia down a few times.
Yes.
That's not going to happen much this year.
Yep.
You look at Venz this season, he's had a lot of really tough matches against ranked guys. Great competition for him here in the first 6-7 weeks of the season. Riding time nearing 2.5 minutes. That's locked up, essentially a 9-0 lead for the Cornhusker Venz. Junior out of Farmington, Minnesota, Farmington High School, two-time state champion.
Doyle has kind of slowed the match down here for him. He's not giving up the back points, but this Oregon State team to this point in the season has been a lot of places too. They've been to the Reno Tournament of Champions. They went to the Navy Classic, and so they've traveled around, tried to find as much competition as they could. I mentioned the Open. They've only got one guy that's got a 1.5 years worth of varsity experience. That's the most. So it's I said it's a total rebuild, and you're just looking for situations like this where your leaders can go ahead and compete. And I think he's really done that in the second period, or actually the third period here. So 8-0 score at riding time.
Makes it 9-0, a major decision for Taylor Venz. Now 10-4, and this is junior campaign, the 1-2 punch of Labriola and Venz. Stepping up for Nebraska as they lead it 9-0